Welcome to our Divine Origin Forum. Tonight's topic is hidden map. Please remain muted as we start with an opening prayer. We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. We thank you for answering the call from on high to attend the forum. Let us join our hearts and minds in preparation to receive the blessings offered. We ask you to please release from your day, from your mind, and center yourself. Breathe in deeply and release. Breathe in deeply and release. Take one last deep breath in and release. Relax the tension in your body and your mind. Now bring your full attention to the forum and be fully present in order to receive and fully retain the discourse gifts. And this is not recorded.
So the short video was about the sower. Did you understand the concept? That he is always the same, doing the same work, but the people around him, some of them can't hear him, others are preparing a little bit and they get some of it, and others got it completely. So this is how it works. People who are here bringing the truth. Not everybody can hear you. So bring it with your heart, intent to do good, but don't expect anything in return, whether they got it, they didn't get it, they frowned, or they smiled. You just do what your heart tells you to do, just like Jesus did, and bring the message of what you feel would be most helpful at any time. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that.
Okay. And this is not recorded. Barbara, can we please have your discourse?
Yes. Tonight's topic is hidden map. The map inside you, running up your spinal column, activating your DNA. Everyone thinks that you will grow more of your DNA strands. They're all there. They just need to be activated. The point of this incredible video, which I feel was so thorough and clear and understandable, was that it's you that has to discover who you really are, to believe that you are an expression of God, that you are already what you wish to be, in a place of peace, wisdom, understanding. This journey up the ladder, I'm sure from the Bible that you've read different segments of it, that you recognize from what he was saying, the narrator, to biblical stories, and made it into a more understandable text for you to understand. It's all about you, your body, the technology that's built within you. When you believe that you are already who you wish to be, and the only thing that's standing in the way of you expressing it every moment is the beliefs and patterns that you haven't let go of lack, of fear, of all of the have nots and I can't. All of that has to go out of your vocabulary. There's nothing that is beyond you, because if you look at yourself with divine light and intelligence within you, what could be limiting to that God energy? Nothing, except the humanness that has bought into the system of the 3-4D matrix. It isn't a bad thing that we came here. It was the best thing we could have done, because anything that you needed to get out of the way in order to return to your magnificence is exposed to you here. Again, it brings us back to the inner work of being aware when you find yourself outside of joy and peace. The minute it happens, the first thing that we really need to do is what? Is to recognize that something isn't in its divine state, and then to work on it. Get it out. You don't want it because it's limiting us from our full potential. Now, there is a timing on this, and it's moving up the spine. I told you about the story when I was in Egypt at the up in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid. I had the Kundalini hit my third eye, and the whole room, it burst into a rainbow of colors exploding all over the place. It hurt so much, it felt like acid coming up my spine. Usually, it's a very slow process, and so you won't feel that agony, that horrible feeling that I went through. You won't have that happen. I was activated because that was my time. I was activated. And you are activating each of your vertebrae as you're moving up the spine, that sacred light, that serpent that comes up. Each vertebrae holds different lessons, different things, different areas that we need to master. So each step up that ladder is bringing you to the place where eventually you're going to hit the pineal gland. Now, people worry so much. Oh, it's solidified. It's all corroded. Oh, stop. Please. This is not the truth. That fire within you will burst anything that's kept it quiet and unusable for you. But I don't believe that you haven't had glimpses from your pineal gland of the other side. I don't believe that you haven't. So it is kind of working, kind of. But once that light goes up and it curves down, that's the staff that was in the prayer, our Father prayer. The staff comforts you. That's when that Kundalini comes up and it curves back down from the top of your head into the pineal gland, and it hits it. And let me tell you, you want to see the best fireworks you've ever seen in your life when that holy moment happens. But how do we get there? How do we get there? We need to do this in a very logical manner, not trying to rush anything, not seeking the end of the journey, but seeking every moment and utilizing it well. Experiences happen for us to see where we're at. If we get scared, if we get angry, if we feel hurt, all of these are human emotional states that are outside of the divine state of peace that passes understanding. All the things that Jesus taught, he had the full formula. He knew the map and he was giving it to us through the parables. If you've read the Bible from the Old Testament all the way to the book of Revelations and really just sat with each of the chapters and just rested with it, sometimes read it again, the mystery behind the words, the vibration, the frequency of the original intention of that Bible. That's why they call it a holy book. It's not what the words necessarily say. It's the frequency and the vibration behind each word. And then you get it revealed to you from your own divine inspiration. You start to understand the Bible so clearly, and everything that Jesus said that they are saying that was misinterpreted, it's okay because the frequency behind it, once you reach a certain point of awareness on that higher level, and those vertebrae have been cleansed, cleared, and you are moving up that ladder step by step, you will start to understand everything. You'll look at a situation and you'll be inspired to understand it. A lot of you are already doing that in many, many ways, but you think it's just what you always do, that I've always done this. So I'm like, I didn't think it was anything special. It's very special. You look at the average person, they can't do that. They can't think on their feet. They just follow the person in front of them. They get told what to do and they do it. Is that what you do? I know you. And I would say that is not exactly your temperament. And I honor you for it. It's beautiful. You are God speaking through the lens and through the library of information that you have within you. And it isn't just this lifetime. Everything comes with you. Every embodiment, you have brought it with you. When you're on the inner planes, you have it with you. Everything follows you. That's why you want to do your work here, where you have the help of everybody around you showing you what you need to do. What do we normally do, human beings? We go, did you see what that person did? And we start judging them as if it has nothing to do with us. But you would not have seen that in that person if it wasn't something that we still hold within ourselves. And if you don't like it, then you might want to clean it out of yourself, like I do on a regular basis. There's so many levels to this. You keep going forward. You keep finding little innuendos that you missed. And every day you refine yourself if you're willing. Most people are just going through the regular routine of their lives and just keep doing what they're doing, keeping busy and distracted. That isn't why you're here. And we're running up into a time frame that we really need to get serious about this. I talk about it all the time to you, but I'm really, really telling you now, this is your holy moment. This is it. You are so aware. Now, I have shown you enough videos that are saying the basic concepts of what I teach here. Everything is true. Sometimes you don't hear it when I say it. You might hear it when someone else does. Tonight's was so well done, so clear. Everything that we've talked about, other than the science behind it with the spinal column and all of that. I don't go into that. I talk very simply, just so that you get the concept of what we need to do. Please don't judge yourself on your physical state, having aged or having physical disabilities of some sort or other. Don't judge your holiness by that. This is a body. We haven't really given it the kind of attention that it needed or honored it for what it does for us. Who knew that we had this technology in us? I've recently learned that over the last 5 to 10 years, that there is a technology going on beyond the physical chemical um, status that we've always been in. And learning the way is what we do here on the forum. We're reminding each other of the path that is straight and narrow. In other words, not letting ourselves get sidetracked and distracted by the events of the world, which is for the people involved in those events. If you're not involved, it has nothing to do with you. Be clear on that. Otherwise, you stress yourself out that something is happening in Bangladesh that is very, very disturbing. It's not happening to you personally, but that's a signal for you to pray for the people that are going through it, to give them strength in the light and love that you send so that they can get through what they have ordered for themselves written in their script. Okay? So this incredible video made it abundantly clear that we've been misled because of misinterpretations. Was it on purpose? Was it not? That's not the point of the video. The point of the video, there was truth in the original language. There was a vibration in the words that we didn't know about. And we just took what we learned and did the best we could with it. However, it never changed anything about what the words really meant. Because, like I said, if you take an interest in the biblical writings, you will find that there is a frequency behind those words, an energy that never goes away. It's always going to be there. Only our consciousness has to open to it and become clear enough so that we can decipher it. It's a mystery. It's like being detectives in this crazy world that didn't come with a handbook that was real. But I love a challenge like this. It's exciting. It's beautiful. And I'm not angry about anything that happened or what people did or how they changed things. Don't be angry about it. It is what it is. And it gave us opportunities because nothing is outside of God. We call it bad. God doesn't judge it. God sees everything, serving his plan. Who is this God? We're part of that God, and we're serving the plan, using each one of our personalities, each one of our libraries of reference that they can work with so that we can bring together the plan. We influence people that are in our circle. Those are where we work. The people outside of our circle, if they do find us, great, beautiful. You don't have to go seeking it. It will come to you. You will draw magnetically to you the people who you have contracts with. You don't have to fuss or worry or concern yourself about that. That's the work of the God part of you. You just take care of what's in front of you. If your world is crumbling around you and you feel like things are changing and I don't know what the heck to think or where I'll be or how it'll work out, just trust that a chapter is ending and a new chapter is going to open, just like in a regular book that you read. Okay? So as things start to shift around, remember, we're all preparing for what's coming. And in different ways, it's affecting our personal lives. But everything is for your highest good. Don't be begrudging anybody or anything. Forgive them and forgive yourself because everybody's doing their part. You see, we all have a part to play. And we do things that we think are really nice, and some people find offense in us because we said something they can't understand, or we say something and we might be a little offensive in the way we deliver it because we are seeing a part of ourselves that's very disturbing and we don't want to see it. But then you get to a point like me where I just start kind of giggling to myself and go, oh my God, I didn't know that's still there. And I work it out of me because I don't want anything in the way of my divinity. I don't. I enjoy the beauty of being in this state of peace and grace. And grace doesn't come from some outside source. Grace is what you give yourself by doing the work, doing what you came to do, holding true to yourself, being impeccably honest about how you feel and how your life's running and what you would like in your life. And when you do that, you take your power back. Believe me, your words will have great power to it. When you say something and you really mean it, and it is for someone's highest good or not, you don't know why you say some things. It comes out of your mouth and you're going, oh boy, where did that come from? But if they're not offended by it, even if we felt it was delivered a little rough, then we know that was the perfect thing to occur at that holy moment. It was exactly what needed to happen. When people say, oh, I should have, I would have, I could have, I go, no, that's not how it works. There is no other version but what the version you chose. You have options every moment to play out your life. And if you make a choice, it wasn't maybe the highest one, it's okay, because obviously your higher self felt you needed that experience to become aware that it wasn't the highest choice. I recognize it. I want to cleanse that and I won't do that again. You see? So everything is serving each one of us to move forward, upward on that ladder to our highest expression, which is our true divinity. In the meantime, enjoy the journey. Start to have a sense of humor about yourself instead of beating yourself up when you're not the perfect example of yourself every moment. That part of us is being used by God to help get the job done with the people in our life. That's part of our contract. Go figure. But if you do this, you mock God by purposely being cruel or mean or thinking you're holier than thou because you understand things, you will get a backlash that will straighten you out right quick. Don't I know? I've been there many times, and it will humble you. You will be humbled, and it's very good that you are. Those of you that are very intellectually orientated, get out of your heads at least 5 to 10 times a day and just breathe. Let that brain of yours rest and just start to feel on a deeper level. Let your feelings guide you more than that head of ours. Let your hearts start to open and feel this incredible energy that is all around us, stimulating us to feel all kinds of emotions. It is so important. It doesn't matter what you used to do. It doesn't matter who you used to be or what job you had or any of this. It has no bearings on what I'm talking about. Your journey is to become the highest version of yourself. And that's what you're discovering every day. You know the things that hold you back. You know it. Nobody else needs to know it. You know it. And that's what you work on. Because if you want to be held back, that's fine. Just stay where you are and good luck with that, because it's not going to be very comfortable. Every year, it becomes more unbearable to be in that state. Are we talking about perfection? No. What is perfect? What is perfect? What's perfect for me isn't perfect for someone else. And then when we think the perfect that we were reaching was the top of the line, we find out it wasn't. So we're constantly moving into what? We move the goalpost, because the goalpost was just to get us to a certain point. And then I just threw the goalpost away. I'm tired of dealing with it. I just go for whatever I see in front of me and I work it. I'm having fun. I'm not struggling. Not because I'm where I am. It's because I love what I'm doing. To me, this is the greatest task I've ever had in my life. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who I'm with or where I am. I'm going to be the same person doing exactly what I'm doing. I'm sure my grandsons, when they get here, are going to show me a thing or two, and I'm looking forward to it. I am. And of course, when your children come home thinking they're your mother or your father, that's a trip too. And we just have to learn to laugh about it. We don't let things bother us. And if it bothers us, we know we need to clear that away. You see, everything is on purpose. There's no mistakes going on. And even if you don't, again, take the highest road, don't beat yourself up about it. You learn from that. You say to yourself, I can't believe I did that. I really can't. I can't believe I did that. And then you'll be more conscious not to do it again. I assure you, it's very uncomfortable to go there. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and we'll listen to the most beautiful, emotional, touching song that I have heard in a while. And there's another one that I'll be playing at another time that really touches your soul. Okay, when somebody sings from their heart, you feel it. All right. For those listening on YouTube, Our Divine Origin is the YouTube address. Just go there. There's a purple box with a white dove. We welcome you to come and join the forum. It's free every Wednesday night except for when we take off, which is coming up next week. And yeah, and I'll come back with a closing statement later. And I thank you for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed everything so far. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Barbara. This is not recorded.
The song he called God, it when I heard it the first time, it just knocked me over. It was so beautiful, so heart-centered. We're never alone. God's right inside us. We have nothing to fear. But who knew? We had no idea. We thought we're standing on our 2 feet and that's all we had. But that great force of light within you, it will always carry you through. Just remember that. You're stronger than you have any idea that you are. Thank you so much. And now we'll go into segment 2.
Christine, can you pause the recording? And Barbara, can we please have your closing statement?
Yes, you may. All right, the hidden map. Like everything else, it's inside you. It's built into the technology within you, and it's there for you to work. This is why the world is said to be a distraction. We get caught up in everything that has nothing to do with us, but it's out there, so we've got to know about it. If you really want to get serious about this incredible journey up the ladder of consciousness into the divine consciousness, then it's inside you that you want to go. Those of you that spend a lot of time by yourself, you've got the time to do this kind of work. You ask your higher self to help you, and your higher self will. Your higher self wants you to become that part of you already instead of having this personality going in one direction and the higher self saying, I'm up here, come on, join me. But you'll want it more too, because each step and stage that you take up that ladder, you start to find yourself having a different experience in your life. When you speak with more clarity, more power to your words. People are interested in what you're saying rather than going, yeah, yeah, like Charlie used to do. He used to say, yeah, yeah, I hope you're right. Now he's seeing it. And I want to tell you what happened. That song he called God, Charlie lost his hearing aid and he was devastated. And he came to me all shaken because it cost a lot of money and he knew this was not good. He goes, you're going to be upset. And instead of getting upset, I for 1 second, I went, oh God, we're paying for these things and we're not done yet and it's not here. Okay. And then I just pulled myself together and I said, you know what? We're going to find your hearing aid. Okay. We have no problem. We're going to resolve this. And he didn't look like he had too much faith. I said, ask God to help you. Well, he didn't. He did everything else. And we retracked everywhere he was and went on and on and on. And the whole hours and hours and nothing. And I kept getting, it's in the house. It's in the house. It's in the house. So finally, I didn't want to interfere because I thought he needs to do this. He needs the experience. And finally, and this is very good for everybody here, for non-believers, he finally gave up. He couldn't find it. He sat down. He wouldn't eat his dinner. I made such a nice dinner for him. He wouldn't eat because he was too upset. And all of a sudden, I saw him close his eyes. I thought he was just, just upset. He gets up and he leaves the house. He goes into the garage. It's the house garage. And he doesn't say a word. I'm thinking to myself, what is he doing? Where is he going? And he comes in a little while later and I was answering a text and he's just standing there staring at me. And I go, okay, what's going on? And he says to me, he goes, and he doesn't talk. He just drops his hearing aid on the counter. And his eyes are all glistering, with moisture because he was so emotionally charged. And I go, where did you find it? He goes, I kept seeing, he goes, okay, I'll admit it. I asked God for help. Okay. And I said, go, that is very good. And he said, and I kept seeing the shop vac that I was using earlier in the upstairs. And I went, uh-huh. And he goes, so I went in the shop vac to see if it's there. And he had knocked over something and that was there too, inside there. And he's digging through all the yuck that he had in there. And he found his hearing aid at the bottom. And so he hardly could find words because he was so stunned that God responded to his request. Please help me find this. He probably said so my wife doesn't get mad at me, but I wouldn't have. I would have been very disappointed, and he would have had one hearing aid for the rest of his life. But that's another story. Anyway, anyway, he now had an experience that's changed his life. It's changed his life. And I am so proud of him. He's very different. He's acting very different. Anybody that knows him every day is seeing it. He has a new sense of faith in the things he can't see, but it happened to him. You can never have anybody take away your own experience. It's true. So you keep going and keep proving to yourself who you really are. Yeah. And that's what this whole thing is about tonight. This hidden map is inside you. It's there for the interpretation. And I help with that by talking about what I've already gone through so that I can guide you in the direction you need to go. It isn't out there. It's in here, in the quiet, in the asking of your higher self, show me, help me to understand. You will get the answer. It could come on a video on YouTube. It could come from a stranger that just says the perfect thing that you've been trying to figure out for 2 months, and it comes to you that way. You never know where it's going to come from. A lot, and eventually it comes from right inside you. You can feel it download right into you, and the answer is there. And you just sit there and you, like in the beginning, you start thinking, where did that come from? That is so cool. Yeah. And then it turns out you find out in the universe by the news or whatever that it really did happen. This is your potential. It's unlimited. There's no limit. There's no ceiling that you're going to reach. It just continues to expand. You are a divine consciousness and energy evolving in the web of all that is. So believe me, there's no limit to that consciousness and energy. It just keeps expanding. When you're ready, you can tell yourself you're ready, and then you start working on yourself. Anything that stops you from doing what you feel you should be able to do, get it out of you. Get the fear out of you. Do not surrender to that. Surrender to your divinity. And that is another thing. We fight it. I used to say, I'm going to do this myself. I don't need any help. Well, I didn't get any help because I said that. And it went on and on. And one day I hear this beautiful voice of a lady, and she says to me, are you ready to get the help that is being offered to you? And I thought, who the heck is this? Because it wasn't my voice. And I said, yeah, I have no other alternatives right now. I really, I give up. I'm going to let it happen. I need help. And honestly, the same day, what the master problem that I was dealing with came to a closure because I asked for help and I got it. And I had just had to tweak what I was doing a lot, I guess. And it worked out beautifully. And I actually remember to say thank you. I asked Charlie, did you say thank you? He goes, are you kidding? He said, I was saying thank you. And I really meant it. And I said, good. And I said, and then whenever anything happens, like every day we have a little something happen, I said, you do the same thing and you'll get the same results. Now he believes it. And that is a very big part of this. If you don't believe what we're talking about here, I promise you it won't happen, even though it would happen if you believed. Hmm? I hope these words go right to your soul. I hope these words lift you and transform you so that you can feel the grace that you give yourself by concentrating on you. You've been saving the world and helping the world. Can you help yourself now? This is your time to do it. Each of us comes to a point where we realize I've been giving of myself for my whole life. I always put myself sixth on the list. Now it's time for you to put yourself first. Does that mean you won't do nice things? Of course not. That means that you'll do what you need to do so that you can become what you already are. In action. In action. All you need is the awareness that it's there. Then do your work every day. Stop limiting yourself by denying that things are happening because they are happening. You see? Be impeccably honest where you are, where you stand, what you think and feel. If you refuse to feel and you just think, you're stagnating and you're going to stay right where you are until you change your mind. And this is truth beyond any type of truth that you could ever find. It's all about you and where you're at and what you allow to move you. I let God move me because boy, did I prove I can't do this myself. And it becomes so easy and you become so carefree. Like you just don't get stressed about the little things or the big things. Well, the big things can shake you a little bit, but you don't let it take you down. You hold that center point and everything rights itself. It just takes the universe a couple of seconds to catch up with it and get everything aligned for you. Trust it. The process is real and it's your gift from God because God is in you. Imagine that. You You deserve every blessing that's being showered upon you, the joy that passes understanding, the peace so deep and so clear. Every grace that you are willing to accept is yours already. Embrace it, take it in. Know that you are worthy. Know that you deserve it. That's not selfish. God's offering it to you. The universe is offering it to you. Why would you not open up and receive it? I was just stubborn and silly. Now I'm learning not to be. It's your turn. It's your turn. For those coming to the retreat, it's going to give us another boost, another understanding of this on a deeper level of how we're going to manage what we do there. On Wednesday, it's going to be one mighty day. Okay. And I was told today that anybody that wants to come that doesn't know until closer to the event, I can add you on at that point. So if any of you change your mind that haven't signed up, please know that you can have that. Okay. So I bid you actually 2 weeks because next week I won't see you, but then I'm starting, everything goes back to normal the week after. So the first Wednesday, we don't have a forum next week. I will miss you completely, but I'll have lots of stories, I'm sure. All right. So I'm not going to work on the academy either. I'm really taking a vacation, a real live vacation. Yes. I haven't done that in a very long time. All right. So looking forward to 2 weeks from now, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. And who is the yeah, I thought it was Judy. You get a day off. So nice. Spend it with David. All right. So God bless you. And I'll see you the second Wednesday. All right. And those that work on the academy, I'll see you a week from Monday. All right. God bless.
Okay, thank you, Barbara. And I will read our closing prayer. Please remain muted. We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, for your wonderful questions, comments, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising our frequency ever higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing the forum. We know that we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. So be it. Okay, we invite you all to remain for the 10-minute planetary visualization prayer. Before saying goodnight to each other, we will be closing the evening with the planetary prayer as our collective call for the light to bless every kingdom upon the earth and to create a new heaven and a new earth. The words will be on the screen to help you to recite this beautiful prayer. Christina?
Everybody mute.
So let's sit nice and tall in our seats, our feet on the ground. Straighten up your spine. Let that light be able to move nicely through your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Call up that light into your feet, up your legs, the trunk of your body, your arms, hands, up your neck and in your head as it loops back down into the earth, through your body, out the soles of your feet in a continuous flow. Let's begin setting everything into motion. I call for the divine Christ radiance to surround me, hermetically sealing around me. Nothing but love can penetrate this seal of divine light. I call for the divine light to enter my crown directly from source, moving through every atom, molecule, cell, and energy within my body and fields. The flow of divine light moves through my body into the earth, out through the soles of my feet, continuing in a steady flow and building in potency. I ask my higher self to connect my heart with the other prayer warriors all over the world, to create a unified effort as one mind, one heart, one intent. I call to the benevolent beings of light for their assistance. I ask my higher self to add power to the words of this planetary visualization. Now let us rest in the divine light, concentrating on our breath and on the light flowing. Let it clear your mind, breathing in the divine light and hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. Breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out the divine light. One last time, breathing in the divine light, hold it. Now breathe out all the divine light. Extending your arms, turn the palms of your hands to face each other, about a foot apart. Visualize the earth and her atmosphere between your hands. The light will begin to flow into your hands and into the earth and her atmosphere. You'll feel it flowing. Let us call in the divine light. I am calling the violet ray as violet fire to flow directly from source into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating into the earth's surface all the way through to the core in a steady flow. I am calling the divine Christ radiance to move through my body, out through my hands and heart. The divine light is pouring into the earth's atmosphere, penetrating the surface and continuing to the center of the planet in a steady flow, blessing the earth in divine light. Now let us direct the divine light with authority. I am directing the divine light into the planetary grid lines, the electronic grid and meridian lines surrounding the earth, the ley lines crisscrossing the earth, repairing and charging these lines as the divine light moves in a continuous flow. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the kingdoms represented on earth and all life within each kingdom, the elemental, plant and food chain, the animal kingdom, human kingdom, angelic kingdom, and all kingdoms known and unknown. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the dimensions of the earth, penetrating these dimensions and all life within each dimension. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the waters of the earth, on the surface, under the surface, in the atmosphere, and all life within these waters, purifying the water as God intended in the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all land masses, the continents and islands of land upon the earth's surface, and all life living upon the surface and under the surface. I am directing the divine light to penetrate the cities, towns, and communities upon the land, and all life living within inhabited locations on the earth. I am directing divine light to penetrate all of humanity on earth, every man, woman, and child incarnated on earth, lifting them in the light, awakening and ascending ever higher as divine source intended from the beginning. I am directing the divine light to penetrate all species of animals on the land, flying in the sky, all organisms and elementals on the surface and beneath the surface of the earth. I am visualizing the benevolent beings of light upon the earth, assisting all humanity, showing us the way, guiding us, assisting those awakened, and embracing those just awakening, leading humanity to a higher reality and to bring the concepts of a higher order of divine love for yourself and others. Now breathing deeply, taking in the entire picture of all that you have visualized, marveling as you help create a new heaven and a new earth, filled with divine light, as Divine Source intended from the beginning. Let us express our gratitude. I am thanking the benevolent beings of light for their assistance and guidance. I thank my higher self for giving power to my words, manifesting my divine vision. I thank the divine light for its steady flow of purity to all creation. I thank Mother Earth for providing all of our needs from her abundance and beauty. I thank the angels in every color of the rainbow for their daily assistance and blessings. And I thank our Divine Source for all of creation. Concentrating on your hands as that light is pouring into the earth. And now place your hands upon your heart and feel the divine flow of light, giving thanks for being of service to our Divine Source. Now rest your arms, press your feet to the floor, become aware of your surroundings. And when you are feeling ready, open your eyes and return fully present. This visualization and directives of light is to co-create and manifest the transformation of our planet, giving back to her for all she offers to us. This is God's plan for this planet and all life upon her. So be it, and so it is. Amen and amen. You can have a copy of this visualization and a prayer to cleanse the earth. Visit our website, ourdivineorigin.com. Thank you.
Okay, Christine, please stop the recording.